thought we did a really good job in the first half defensively. I thought we came in with a disposition. We guarded personnel very well. Gave up a couple of long offensive rebounds. I thought offensively we were a little stagnant in the first half. And then in the second half, I thought we got a little lax defensively, got away from what we were doing. Give credit to them. I thought they did a good job spreading us out, moving the ball, and hitting some threes. But, as a first game of the season, I thought we did some good things. I thought we did some bad things. I think it's early season basketball. I kind of played a lot of guys in waves, almost 5 at a time. I thought we got it up to 25 a couple times, and then got cut back to 17 a couple of times. So I think it's something that, we got to instill that killer instinct to make sure we can put people away when we have an opportunity to.
Coach, can you talk a little bit about Eric James's performance off the bench tonight?
Yeah, I thought Eric did a great job. I thought he brought great energy for us. We've been talking about Eric about shot selection, because he's more than just a shooter, and he hasn't been shooting the ball great, so he's got to start using his length and attack the offensive glass. I thought he did a really good job with that tonight. And, if we have guys like Eric and Josh, that's going to give us significantly more depth that we're going to need.
When you talk about those defensive lapses there in the second half, Jim, I would assume it's probably mostly, kind of a mental thing, right? Or, especially when you guys are up by 20 or 25 points, there's maybe not quite the same level of urgency.
Yeah, possibly, but we have to clean that up. And the other thing is each time we got up 25, I put in a whole new 5. So those guys, the lead dropped a couple of times with those guys. So we have to address that stuff with those guys. Guys coming off the bench, they can't afford to let the lead drop. I mean, part of it's a sense of urgency. Part of it is, we're up 25. Where's it going? But we have to have a killer instinct. You know what I mean? We can't afford to give up 25-point leads. If we're fortunate to get a 25-point lead, you can't give those up. You got to be able to grind things out and continue with that defensive disposition.
What were the main bullet points of the pregame talk, and what were you really looking to see most out of the team today?
Just a defensive disposition, a defensive attitude, which I thought we showed in the first half. I mean, we held them to 31% and 25% from 3. And actually, our scrimmages, our exhibition games, we've been doing it. We've been holding teams to under 40% from the field. We did it again tonight, even with a real lousy second half defensively. Well, part of second half defensively. But, big challenge comes up Monday. You know what I mean? Now we play against, all Division I opponents right now, and we got to defend to the level we can defend it. Scoring is not going to be an issue for us as long as we share the basketball. I thought we got a little stagnant with that in the first half. So it's going to come down to defending. The kids are bought in. They're playing hard. We have to do it, and we have to do it for a sustained amount of time.
During, I think Seton Hill went 7 minutes or more than 7 minutes without scoring during the first half. What was in particular being executed so well there?
Well, I thought we guarded their personnel very well. I thought we really helped each other very well. We made it difficult to get to the lane. We contested shots very well. The thing that showed to me was long rebounds. We gave up a couple of long rebounds, but I thought we played with a demeanor. I thought we were played the way we practiced. I think in the second half it got a little loose. Not the start of the second half. The start of the second half, I think we came out and jumped them pretty quick. And then from that point, I thought we got a little loose after that.
Rebounding in general, the long rebounds you can't necessarily control.
No, but your guards got to get them.
Sure. Were you happy with the rebounding effort overall? You pulled away late.
Yeah, not in the first half. I wasn't happy with it in the first half. I think they were out-rebounding us by 2. A lot of that had to do with us not having offensive rebounds. We shot 53% from the field. We didn't get many offensive rebounds. We gave up 7 offensive rebounds to them. And like I said, I think 5 of them were long offensive rebounds. Like might have come in a flurry as well. But the guards got to rebound. It's not just the big man's job. It's everybody's got to rebound.
Were you okay with the score going into the half?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, we held them to 28 points. We scored 45. I mean, anytime you can get 40 on the offensive end, you're playing pretty well. And if you hold someone to 28, shooting 31%, you've done your job defensively. So, yeah, I was fine with it. I was disappointed that they had that stretch, that they were able to get to 70 on us. We should have been able to hold them on the 70. But again, I thought they hit some really tough threes on us, so that was credit to them.
Only one of the 2 games, kind of officially counts. What can back-to-back games like this for Darius? Scoring 16 Tuesday and then 15 with 11 boards tonight. What can 2 games like this, especially this early, in kind of a big developmental year from, what can kind of those two games, I guess do for mentally versus confidence?
Yeah, I think that's it. Confidence. I mean, especially kids nowadays. I mean, kids are so fragile. I think when they have confidence, they play well. When they have confidence, the dorm rooms are nicer, the food tastes better. And the game's great. I think that's great for these kids. You got to keep instilling the confidence. We'll still bury him on his defensive effort a little bit as a coach, but no, he's playing well. Now we just have to get everybody playing well at the same time. I think if we have that ability to get everybody clicking at the same time, I think we'll be a pretty tough team to beat.
When you're playing a team like this, where you guys have a fairly decided size advantage, is there a more concerted effort to kind of try to push it down low, or is it?
Yeah, I mean that was one of our keys, was to go inside to score the ball. When you played against a Division II team, I'm a former Division II head coach too. There's two sides of that. Our size, we're trying to take advantage of them by going inside, and then on the defensive end, you're trying to guard all perimeter players. And the kid, Noah Davis is like more of a 3-man, and he's playing at the 4 or the 5, and he's spreading our big guys out and banging out threes. That's where you see, when you see Division I teams lose to Division II teams like Iowa did and like St. John's did and Manhattan and those guys, it's because of that. It's because of their forwards have the ability to really spread you out. And it's just not something that these big kids are used to doing. They're used to banging inside against other guys. You know what I mean? Occasionally you get a perimeter 4-man like LG Gill that you can match up to a little bit differently. So that's why we went with Eric a little bit at the 4 to try to match up to the kid Davis a little bit because he was getting off.
For you guys, is that kind of part of the reason why in certain stretches there were some defensive struggles?
Yeah, partly it was that. Part of it was containing the basketball. Part of it was I thought they really moved really quickly. They were cutting really fast, and some of our mobility, by being a little bit bigger than them, slowed us down.
At any point, pregame, postgame, timeouts, did you bring up the pomp and circumstance of tonight, the 100 years, things like that?
No. We had a great celebration a couple of weeks ago. We've addressed a lot of history with these guys, but now it's about playing the games. Like it's really about this team this year and playing one game at a time. And at the end of the year, we'll celebrate the 100 years of basketball. We threw the throwbacks on today, throwback uniforms. We threw those on today,
Yeah,
so we celebrated those.
I know there are many jersey options this year. Where does the throwback rank in your preferences?
I thought it was great. I thought it looked good. I mean, I'll play shirts and skins. I really don't care. But for these guys, it's all kind of neat. I think it's great for the older fans to see the throwbacks. I think that's great.
Are you expecting Tyshawn to play Monday night, or is
No.
it still?
No.
So
He's not playing Monday night. Tyshawn, when you see Tyshawn in uniform, that's when he's going to play.
Thank you.
Thanks.